because the parenting part is going to come after the class is over. You'll have a chance to be a parent, but right now they don't need the parent. They need the supervisor. They need the supervisor, the person like the teacher assistant. That's what, in all reality, all the parents and the guardians is doing while these kids are doing virtual learning. They're being the teacher assistant. They're coming along and assisting the teacher. And when you have that mindset and you know that you're the assistant, you know what role you should play while that virtual learning is going forward. Make sense? Yeah, it does. Number 3, celebrate the vantage points and embrace a positive outlook. Your child feeds off your energy. You can see how involved the teachers are without questioning their authority. So the 2 main points is celebrate the vantage point and embrace a positive outlook. Underneath that is your child feeds off your energy. So you want to be positive. You have to be positive. So as much as you telling them to manage their emotions, you have to manage yours way before that. Yeah, it used to be dreadful Mondays. It's not the time or the place because they're going to feed off that energy. It's Monday. It's productive Monday. Let's change it. Productive Monday. And celebrate that vantage point. Now you get to see, one good point that one of the good points that Andy brought up was you get to see how your kid is interacting with the teacher now and how engaged the teacher is and teaching your kid. Instead of you, and back in that day, and it's weird, but it's back in the short day, like last year, when your kid was in school, you had to figure out, what assignments they had to complete. And you really base that on them bringing the assignments home. Now, all you have to do is log in and make sure that they completing assignments. And you might need their passcode. Or you might need to come along them and say, let me see what needs to be turned in. Just so I know before the end of the week hits, my kid is doing exactly what they need to do. So that's a vantage point you can celebrate. You can see every assignment now, everything that's due. And with this Zoom, another thing you can celebrate is the fact that you now don't have to cut out in your schedule to talk to the teacher. There are times where you could just, I know with Austin's class, it's either Wednesday or Thursday, where the last half an hour of the day, they log in and the parents are talking to the teachers and asking questions and getting through this. And I can say this meeting that just passed last week was better than the week before. And even the teachers said it. I could see some of y'all smiling. We're adjusting to this new school. We're adjusting. And it starts right there. So celebrate the little things. When they participate in class, if you have a small one and they participate in class, commend them. That was good. That was good that you shared. That was good that you participated. All right, man. Right there, bottom, like a coach on a field. It doesn't hurt because it only encourages them to participate in it even more. Because at the end of the day, a child would rather be approved by their mother or father or guardian than anybody else in the world. And it starts now. It starts now. And celebrating the advantage points with them will help them move along and get adjusted to this new normal. Number 4, acknowledge the small success and commend them. Kind of ties in with the last point. Basically, how they participate and transition between each part of the day and how they participate in class. And you're only building a better relationship with your child because mommy or daddy is helping me get through this. I'm not in it alone. I'm not in it alone. And when they see that, they might not verbally say it, but it feels good to know that you're there. Number 5, choose, and this is very important, choose an activity or an enjoyable time after classes to do something. Take your kid out. My kids go out literally almost every day. Take your kid out. Play some music. We go into a jam session for 30 minutes, an hour, and we just be jamming, dancing, loosening up because they've been sitting them hours behind the computer and they've been disciplining themselves. And then part of that time of enjoyment after classes help them to see early on the benefits of compartmentalizing. And they will look forward to the next part of their day. So it's not just, oh, I'm just in school, then after I close out, I'm just sitting in the house. Let's do something. Let's dance. I ain't got no rhythm, but my kids know I will get down with the get down. So you do these things. And a lot of people, and I talk to a lot of parents, the craziest people in the world is parents, because they will do the craziest things to make sure their kids are entertained. So dancing around looking funny and jamming, that helps them. My kid almost every day, if I'm not, as soon as he finished classes, I'm playing the music because I want him to loosen up. And then we get outside sometimes. It's a lot because I tell people all the time, when I was in college, I wasn't in front of the computer for that amount of hours each day. So I can't even imagine. This is a world that they have to adjust to, and I'm adjusting to. And so I knew snack breaks, that's why breakout rooms in the dorms was there, because it's a lot when you're working on term papers, when you are finishing online testing. It's a lot, and you need those moments where you can break out and just be human. So jam, loosen up. You need that. And so you have to take the time out after they finish class and do something enjoyable. Go out on an ice cream date. Me and my kids went out on an ice cream date yesterday. I was a little salty because I tried to get the ice cream man yesterday, and as soon as I ran up to the truck, it pulled off. But then I didn't give up. I told them to put on their shoes. Let's go out. And we literally had an ice cream date with rainbow sprinkles. And the thing about it is, you think you have to do so much to make your kids enjoy life. It's the small things. That ice cream thing was everything at that moment because it wasn't doing nothing. You bringing out a bag of Jacks and teaching them the old school way how you used to do Jacks. Yeah, I said it. Jacks. Or just doing something, laughing and joking, watching comedy, watching a movie, something to take their mind off of the 4 to 6 hours that they did while online. It's very significant. It's just as significant as them logging on in the morning. is key. Two major things that'll help them to compartmentalize and say, there's a time to play and there's a time to work. And then the second thing is it becomes therapeutic and helps them stay stabilized. Number 6, make time for yourself to regroup and recenter. Make time for yourself to regroup and recenter. Acknowledge how taxing it is and make time to sort through and center your emotions. It can be a lot. With me, I am literally doing my work stuff in one room and he's doing the virtual learning in another room. And I got to run back and forth, making sure he do it. And then I got to be present for my Zoom meetings, my online meetings with my owners, as well as tenants, because I'm in real estate. So I have to be present for that. Inspectors doing inspections. I have to be present for all that. So after everything breaks out, I have to make time for myself. If I'm just laying down for 30 minutes just to get myself recentered. If I'm playing jazz music, I'll just put on some jazz music and either do the dishes or sort the clothes out. And then after that, just sit there and chill for 5, 10, 15 minutes. There's no time duration on it. Neither can someone say, oh, 5 minutes not enough. No one knows no one's schedule, and no one knows what it takes to get yourself recentered. For some people, it takes every bit of 5 minutes. For some people, it takes every bit of half an hour. But know how to build your muscle, which is that mind, that brain, and recenter yourself. So take time to regroup and recenter. Number 6. Number 7. The big one. Go to bed in a timely manner that gives both you and your child rest to tackle the next day. When they say I'm tired, and you can identify with that tired, and you can also backtrack the fact that y'all both went to bed at 11, 12 o'clock, you can only blame yourself. Stay accountable. Go to bed early. When your kid go to bed, whatever else you need to do for the rest of the day, do it then tomorrow. Wake up a little early and take care of it tomorrow. But you need your rest just as much as them. Because a person that don't get sufficient amount of rest has a tendency to snap quicker, has a tendency to be not focused, has a tendency to just be off track with everything. More emotional. Get the right amount of rest, not just for your kid, but also for yourself. Get on a schedule. Get on a schedule. Whatever that looks like. I know my schedule is changing for the better because I want to start walking my dog. Yes, I have 11-month-old dog. No, he's a year now. He's a year. It's September. He's a year. My year-old dog, I want to start walking him. So my schedule will change drastically in the morning and then throughout the day. It's just going to look different because I have to implement that time to walk him because of the things that I want in my crib, which are nicer things. So I have to take care of him so he doesn't become a mess. So get on schedule, whatever that schedule looks like. If you know you got to be available for work and his schooling or her schooling, make sure you get the amount of rest that you need. It's only going to help you. Yes, you are grown. Yes, you do whatever you want. But at the same time, even in doing what you want, it makes sense to